Hi there, I am Christelle from Diabetes Strong, and today I'm going to walk you through my experience with Afrezza, the only available inhaled insulin. So I'm going to walk you through what is it, how do you use it, and what has been my experience with it, the good and the bad. Afrezza is an ultra-rapid acting inhaled insulin, and it's technically the same type of insulin as the other rapid-acting insulins that we inject for meals and corrections, such as like your Humalog and your Novolog. However, because it's inhaled, it just works much faster in the body. Once you inhale Afrezza, and I'll show you how to do that shortly, but once you inhale Afrezza, it will hit the bloodstream in minutes, and you can see measurable impact on your blood sugars already in 12 minutes. And the beauty of this product is it'll be out of your bloodstream again already after 90 minutes. So remember, your average rapid-acting insulin that you inject, your Humalog, your Novolog, once you inject it, it won't hit the bloodstream before after 15 minutes. It will peak or be at its maximum at 60 to 90 minutes, and it will stay in your body for 3 to 5 hours. So comparatively, Afrezza is a much faster, that's why it's called ultra-rapid acting insulin. And just like if you use an injectable rapid-acting insulin, you still need to inject a basal insulin as well if you live with insulin-dependent diabetes. Another way that Afrezza is different from injected rapid-acting insulin that is that it comes in set doses of 4, 8, and 12. So when you get your Afrezza from the pharmacy, you get an inhaler and you get your different doses. You then load your inhaler, and I'll show you how to do that shortly, and then you inhale the whole dose. So I usually get a combination pack of 4 and 8 units, but I was running low on the 4 units, so you see that here. So I just went and picked up just the 4 units, so you can do that as well. 4, 8, and 12 units of insulin might sound like a bit much. However, a unit of Afrezza is not the same as a unit of injected rapid-acting insulin. It's different. So the lowest cartridge, which is the 4 unit, is technically equivalent of 2.6 units of injected rapid-acting insulin. So let me show you how it works. Okay, so I showed you the pack that I just picked up. This one has 90 cartridges and 2 inhalers. It looks mighty large, so let's just look at it. So when you open it up, and this is an 8 unit cartridge pack, there's going to be these packs in here. In those, you'll have the blister packs. It's a little hard to get out of it. Here you go, with the actual insulin, the Afrezza in here. Let me show you what it looks like. So each blister pack looks like this. The blue is the 4 units. The green I just showed you is the 8 units. Okay, so I have, these are the cartridges. These are used. So the insulin is in here in the little plastic cube. Let's call it that. You just click this into the inhaler. Once the inhaler is activated, it will push that little plastic bubble into the middle. There's an opening, and that's how it gets into the inhaler. So let me just show you, okay? So this is a new inhaler. It comes in this plastic. Let's just open that. Should change the inhaler fairly frequently. So this is an inhaler, okay? And make sure that it's level. Take off the mouthpiece, so this is just protection. This is where you're gonna suck out the Afrezza. Open it. Here you go. There's no mechanics in it. Take your Afrezza cartridge. Again, this is empty. This is just to show you. Place it in here. You close it, and now it's loaded. Okay? So the way that I inhale it is simply deep breath, all the air out. And there you go. I like to hold my breath for just 2 seconds. More shouldn't be needed. Once you're done, open up your inhaler, take out the cartridge, dump that in the trash, put back the little protection, and you're good to go. And you can take as many cartridges as you need. So remember, the 4 unit is about 2.6 units of injected rapid-acting insulin. So if you technically need what's the equivalent of 5 units of rapid-acting injected insulin, you can just as well take an 8-unit cartridge. I know some medical professionals have been a little hesitant to prescribe Afrezza. It could be because in studies, 27% of people do report a cough when they inhale Afrezza. However, 94% of those were like brief episodes of cough. It's not really something I've been super bothered about, but it's definitely something to be aware of and keep an eye on. Second, it's a relatively new product, whereas injectable insulin has been around a long time. Some medical professionals have expressed a little bit of concern about long-term effects. And it's just not a product that should be used by everyone. If you have asthma or COPD, or if you're a smoker or stopped smoking within the last 6 months, you should not be using Afrezza. In my experience, the pros of Afrezza are really, really cool, and the cons are, well, they're the cons. But I would say the main benefit of this product is how fast it works and how effective it is. So if I'm eating a high carb meal, or if I have like a really resistant high, Afrezza can bring me down into range super fast. It's also really nice that it only stays in the body for 90 minutes. And then of course, there's a no needles component of it. The cons, however, I'd say that it doesn't really always work with high fat, high carb meals. Again, because fat slows down the release of the glucose into the bloodstream, often meaning that I'll need several doses of Afrezza, or it can be a little bit hard to manage. Also, given that Afrezza comes in set units, so the 4, the 8, and the 12, it can make it a little harder to fine adjust, and I can't use it for like minor corrections. Again, remember, a 4-unit cartridge is equivalent of 2.6 units of rapid-acting insulin. If I only need a unit or I only need half a unit, Afrezza won't work. I'd also say that I've had some really, really nasty lows on Afrezza. Thing is, it's insulin, right? If you take too much insulin, you will have a low blood sugar. And given that Afrezza works as fast as it does, having too much Afrezza on board can be a little terrifying, to be 100% honest. So those would be my pros and the cons of Afrezza. Afrezza is currently only approved in the US. If you do want to start on Afrezza and you're in the US, you will need a prescription and you will need training in how to use the product. So a good place to start is your doctor, and then simply have a conversation about Afrezza and how to get you started. If your doctor does not know anything about Afrezza, you can go to Afrezza's website and they can help you out. As for how much you're going to end up paying for this product, it's covered by most of the commercial insurance plans, so you most likely will end up with a copay very much in line with what you're paying for your injected rapid-acting insulin, like your Humalog, your Novolog, your Fiasp. I use their copay card. So the copay card, and I'll leave a link to it down below the video, the copay card allows me to pick up my Afrezza for only $15. So I get a whole pack of insulin for only $15 per prescription. That's less than I'm paying for injectable rapid-acting insulin. So that's definitely an option. So in conclusion, I really do like my Afrezza. I don't use it for everything, but it's brilliant for those pesky highs or higher carb meals. And I'll probably start to use it even more once they have more than the 4, 8, and 12 units. Thank you so much for watching.